Hey everyone, this is just a personal video. So I did go through a little unstable phase. So what happened was after a specific company, I joined a company as a senior product owner, and I joined at one third of my salary, considering that I'll be starting a new service now division there. What happened was I was committed salary increase within 3 months of establishing the division. And unfortunately, the company in question didn't comply to the commitment what they made. And I was in the soup because the agreements which we were on was not mentioned on the offer letter nor in any of the documentation. It was a verbal agreement since I got the opportunity from one of the known resources, uh, known friend basically. So uh, I had to quit abruptly there also. And I struggled a little to find a job and I had to agree. Somehow I was able to get a job with the salary specifically as same as the previous one where I was earning good, right? So during this phase, there were two unplanned exits, and that did put me into a lot of financial turmoil, right? So you would have noticed me being a little negative and and because I was going through many challenges, be it be financial, be it in settling down and the new confidence, be it not having an influence to basically not having an outlet to share what's going on in my mind. And that's where I resorted to a lot of deep dive into the negative thoughts and was in a complete different mode. And I was addicted to a Red Bull also from quite long. And I was hospitalized for a gut issue for almost a week. That's where I quit Red Bull completely. So I was alcohol free from past 1 year. Now I'm free from Red Bull also. I used to drink close to 5, 6 cans of Red Bull every day. So that's sorted now. So I'm in a fresh mood. So my health also recovered a lot. And I have specifically a 9 hour job as of now. So I was taking some time out on the religious activities and getting the mind back to normal. This is the right phase where I can contribute to IRE is what I thought. And I have started in podcast again to stay tuned to it. And I'm good specifically now. But financial issues are still there because the amount of risk what I took is a little uncalculated because I thought the future is stable. So this two unpredictable or unplanned exits made me revisit back and analyze my overconfident nature. Right? So everything is going normal when these two unplanned exits hit me back. Well, pretty much at least in control now, although not in a good state. So I'm almost better, both from the confidence perspective as well as from the financial structure. I've given a structure for my bets. So this 5 years will be a little tough, that's for sure. But I'm good now. I also have a good project going on, a lot of free time, and this is the right time for me to get into. little more contribution on the industrial revolution first. And I see that IKL has put in a mature model in place. I didn't get time to visit that and analyze how it matches now, but nice to see these improvements. And I have to get back to on my PMP learnings also because I did renew it for 6 years last time, completed the learnings, but it starts again. It's valid till 2027. So it's time I try gathering the points again and spend some time on continuing learning too. And in the gap with this all going through, I did attempt a couple of exams. One was the ITIL configuration management. It's pretty tough. And I took some break after going through the course. Maybe that impacted your exam greatly. I did give one attempt and I couldn't pass. Maybe I have to revisit that as well. And couple of failures, right? When the mindset is not right, you go through a different mode altogether. I did attempt safety product owner. I did go through the training, but I was unable to crack that too. So I thought it's time to take a break and paused my certification activities. Just concentrating on one project at a time and trying to be as real as I can, so that my confidence also increases and basically get back to at least a normal mode. It's not say the exceptional mode altogether, right? Just wanted to share with you. I still smoke. I smoke a lot, but that I kind of don't want to quit. So altogether, what's happening with me, being kind of not involved much with external folks, not keeping in touch with anyone, just concentrating on my work, not uh, into any of the other activities at this part of the time. Maybe this IRB will keep me occupied going forward from now on. And maybe I would get into exceptional mode soon. Stay tuned. And uh, I know your wishes will always be with me, especially those ITL fraternity folks, at least because of the knowledge sharing which I did initially for the past 1 decade. Just hoping these wishes does matter. It's, uh, man, it's sad that not in touch with everyone, keeping a low profile. Don't even answer my phone calls. That is my status of now. To have plans to see in service now, what I have handled so far from 2017 was I've done a business analyst role. I'm pretty comfortable. Now, most of the things are uh, you get ready to use user stories as of now. Back in those days, I used to write those stories, right? So it's pretty much easier business analyst. I passed through, I managed that role. I was a project manager. I've handled close to 32 projects at a time. Uh, so project management in ServiceNow is also my specialty. And other than this, I've also handled pre-sales activities, right? So I have a strong, in fact, I know I went to an extent when working for one of the company where I researched on all the tools needed to make my first sale, right? I made a podcast on ServiceNow pre-sales also, where as part of the demand management activities, right? There is a tool called I forgot. I made a podcast. How can I forget it? Mm. Okay. Anyways, no, it's needed. Zoom info, right? Zoom info gives you the contact details of key stakeholders, right? Also, Zoom info has a lot of intent-based data which are out for uh, sale from the company in a legal way. So you can make much of the sales using this because these intents are specifically updated quite frequently. So that makes me complete with BA project program management as well as pre-sales activities. Plus now in the current role, I'm working as an architect, service now architect. So this was a challenge. Initially, I was put into face this challenge by the same contact who introduced me to a different opportunity. But this has been successful, is what I would say. We were able to provide release one with me in an architect role, and we are planning for a release two very soon. Right? And these are not straightforward out of the box implementations of ServiceNow modules. Just have a lot of customizations. When I say customizations, my foundations are strong because of vSoft. I do call them out again and again because the exposure which I got in ServiceNow at vSoft is extreme because we went on to deliver most insanely customized applications at vSoft, which made me really confident and not limited to tools or technical coding alone. Right. I've never handled a developer role that I'm not interested in also, right? But it's these four things when I have conquered, I feel that my abilities of handling the service now, the division on the whole is keen and niche, and I have the depth and the width of handling this. I'm also 42 years now, so this is the right time for me to jump into a senior management role. But the challenge is I don't know how because the switch companies never concentrated on salary, more on the learning curve which I was getting. But now I'm in a situation where I need to concentrate both on the finances as well as the destination. Because if I don't concentrate on this here parallelly, that means I'll be obsolete uh, in maybe 5 years, right? There will be no takers for me because on one side it's the age factor, the other side it, it's like I'm not that greatly paid to get into a senior management position, right? So, first of all, the key criteria is what a HR looks is at the number of years of experience you have, the degree you have. Although degree doesn't come into picture, but the salary should match. Right now, no company or no recruiter would give you a 30% hike and put you into a senior management role unless the pay matches, right? There is a certain senior management position open for 80 lakhs. They wouldn't give you 80 lakhs just because they have a position open. They'll check your current salary, and if it even after giving 30%, if it is not matching their pay scale or pay range, they wouldn't even consider you. So that's where I'm at a stage where I'm getting less salary, but my experience is more, my certifications are more, and I've been unable to crack opening uh, an opportunity wherein I can close it, satisfying all the requirements, right? Have close to 25 certifications to be more precise, inclusive of PMP, ITL4. And one funny part is, there's a some key ratings that we receive on the number of certifications we have as it gets approved. Uh, Something which I noticed was even PMP didn't give me it didn't even give me 1 point, right? So uh, there's a eligibility criteria for promotion that wherein you have to get a bare minimum of 20 points. And I was in the assumption that I have 25 certifications. And altogether, even if I consider 10 points, I will be with 250 points altogether. But unfortunately, most of my certifications didn't even uh, get me bare minimum. I was astonished when PMP was given a 0 point. Right? That's how the state is. But you can't fight back. There's a lot at stake at this part of the stage for me. So I'm confused on how to crack into a senior management position. Crack interview is okay. I mean, it's not the interview that's the decision maker at senior management level, right? I can crack interviews. It's not the question of interviews. Basically, the first thing is getting that right opportunity directed to me, right? That, in the current market, what I see is no one is posting the roles in their job portals like Naukri or LinkedIn. The moment it comes to LinkedIn and Naukri, it's already closed, right? So before I was connected with multiple ideal codes, and most of the practitioner roles it gets posted here. So it is easier to crack because you have been in touch with people and they know your capability and they don't mind referring you. But when it comes to a senior management opportunity, uh, mostly I'm not in touch with any AVP, senior directors, or the owners or founders of the company. So first of all, getting that news of new position is being open is a challenge, and getting referred is the next challenge because I don't know anyone who can pass that information to me or refer me for such positions. And there are other nuances also when it comes to HR-based decision. Someone has to back me up because my salary is less compared to the position in question. So there are a lot of nuances, and there are also region-wise biases. Because if you look at Hyderabad and Pune, they mostly have the leadership opportunities, and it's very less in Bangalore comparatively. All right. So hacking that is a hell of a challenge at this point of the time. Let me know if you have any thoughts or if you can guide me, help crack this at least for the first time so that I can have a repeated successes at a later period of time. So basically, if you are willing to mentor me, I'm open for it. I am uh, uh, of late not in touch with any of my old mentors, especially because I was going through a difficult phase. They also kind of avoided me. So now I'm on my own. So if you are willing to mentor me, it would be I'd humbly accept it. This part of the stage. My goal as of now is to manage and excel at financial handling as well as get into a leadership position. But so far, from a couple of months, it's good that I'm back in a proper mental state. And I've been able to give a structure to my financial role. That's what I had. Although it's still challenging, but better than before. With that, it's time to wind this podcast. It's all about what's happening with me. Now, stay tuned more on IRB. I'll revisit, maybe need some more time to go through what I have already prepared because I have prepared a lot of podcast content long back, couple of years back itself. So if they are not published yet, I'll be revisiting them and publishing it. This time, I've ended all AI subscriptions. So it would be me recording in the casual way. No more usage of AI, which is consumes most of the resources. And I lack the resources, so especially financial resources at this part of the time. So I would put in the effort, record the podcast, prepare the content by myself, and will be posting it here on all the audience. Stay tuned and don't stop continual learning. That is one thing which is gonna keep you in the industry, in the employment for long. I was thinking 60 years is still the retirement age. Unfortunately, the retirement age has been revised to 58 years. So as we grow, or at least as the days pass, even if we are not growing, the retirement age seems to be cut short. So plan it, don't be like me, concentrate on your financial thing because if all the financial things is not correct, it would start impacting your family handling and then it would start impacting your employment activities also. Right? Totally, if finances are not in control, the entire life turns upside down. I'm lucky to be frank that I have a very good family which is there to support me also the ups and downs. Although we are not financially well, but there is a kind of support which I get, be it as small as the uh, verbal support what I get. But don't be like me, handle your finances well, because that would be the root where the better your finances are, the better your mindset, your family, and your work will be. Okay. With that, I end this podcast. You will be seeing more on more about me, more from me on this podium as we pass the days and weeks together. With that, again, don't stop, continue learning. Keep learning, stay blessed. Thank you. Bye.